Okay, I'm gonna see if this video records. My last one was 45 minutes. I missed the last smoke break. Smoking organic cigarettes, American Spirits, but I recently quit for 4 years. Look, so Montgomery County is running the biggest scam. Let me start by reading this letter. Wrote a comment on someone's YouTube channel. I printed it out. By the way, let me just start by saying, look, he takes good care of himself. Fraudulent mental health treatment. Active Shield toothpaste, professional toothbrushes. He's got a book on leopards, okay? Book on leopards. He's studying a second language. He's got Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. You Are the Placebo, Making Your Mind Matter. Has the ecology book. Sociology book. He wanted a book on sociology. He found one. Ancient Remedies by Dr. Josh Axe. And he couldn't buy his dirt bike right now because he needs his inheritance money. So he got motocross gloves to look good too at home. He got motocross gloves. Couldn't get my dirt bike, I got my dirt bike gloves. Okay? He's reading a new book. He's averaging about a book a week right now. He's reading The Way of the Explorer by Dr. Edgar Mitchell, an astronaut book. He's got new cookbook, Milk Street Cookbook. Got right here, Discovering Mars, a history and observation of the red planet. Okay. Let me wrap up this video in 15 minutes. He said I can't upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. I don't know why. Montgomery County is running the biggest scam in the United States right now. I left this comment. I'm going to skip part of it because I don't want to say who it was to. It doesn't really matter, but it says, let me skip that part. Let me just get to the point. I wanted to send you books, basically, it says, but I can't because I'm on limited finances right now because I'm in a residential facility. I purchased some of your merch before the pandemic, a couple of lighter cases and a green bracelet, but then everything got lost in my dad's house with the rest of my stuff when I missed court for my DUI. You wouldn't believe what's going on in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. The court's probation and judges are filtering 1 million inmates through a state hospital for fraudulent competency evaluations, medicating them for years on end with no real form of therapy, and then shipping them off to residential treatment facilities and group homes after they declare them not competent and non-restorable. It's by definition a state-sponsored competency scam to medicate inmates. Plus, I have a marijuana card. I've read close to 20 chapter books in the last 2 or 3 years. I've been enduring this situation. If he's smart enough to read all of those books, he doesn't need to be here. My public defender said he's getting me released off probation because I was actually wrongfully detained. I'm checking volume here, hold on. Was actually wrongfully detained, and everyone that's heard the story agrees with me. My father was smashing all of my property and my pets with a baseball bat, smashed my new air purifier, and my new laptop that I purchased to watch webcam girls, bashed my scorpion enclosures, and body slammed my new $500 leopard boa enclosure in the driveway. Unprecedented, unprovoked behavior, and chasing me and threatening me with a baseball bat. And I was putting up with this for 2 months. It's an abuse case. I was being antagonized, and one morning I finally stood up to my abuser. I kicked him, and he yelled, "Call the cops, Jennifer. I think we got him." I was taken away in handcuffs, spent 4 months in jail, and 2.5 years in a maximum security mental hospital, then transferred here. He feels bad about what happened. That's controversial. He's so hostile. I don't think he feels bad. Yeah, he feels bad that I was away so long, and I told him it's not even his fault. I told him that the mental health workers running the state system are doing this to a million people. It's the biggest scam in the state. It's a fraudulent competency scam. They ask you questions like, what's an arraignment? What's a preliminary hearing? Then they ask you the same thing a few months later, and it goes on for years. They declare them not competent and send them to places like this. It needs to be investigated by the higher up authorities and reformed. But my dad's been mailing me books, and I have over 30 books in my room, and I've read about an additional average close to 20 other books. He's feeding my Sonora leopard boa, which has to be about 6 feet by now, inside a soda can. We have flat screen TVs and you're on the walls in every room. A couple of them got broken. So when I watch your YouTube videos, everyone else in the room can watch it too. They're trying to discharge me soon back to my father's house because he's dropping me money off clothes and ordering me the Boost Cinnabon drinks that I like. It's a new Boost Cinnabon bakery inspired flavor ones. Nutritional drinks, 24 packs. He ordered me $100 of herbal tea, turmeric, peppermint, light probiotic, and 99 tea, the original with passion flower. And I just ordered Dr. Josh Act's new book, Ancient Remedies. That's why I can't send you those books I wanted to send you, because my finances are restricted right now, and I'm ordering my own things. But I still, if I had more money, I follow all your videos. I like your Siamese cats, and I like your content. And this shows his organization skills. Books that he's read. He made a list of all these things, printed them out. 6 minutes. Okay, it said 15 minutes, so I got a couple minutes. List of books he's read. There's other lists of books that I have. There's pages, and made a list in his email. Everything with a check mark is things that he's already purchased, and it has lists of things that he wants: his favorite cannabis flower, his favorite tea, other things that he wants, like I got Gain Flings Moonlight Breeze laundry detergent, list of favorite songs: essential oil soap, gold dial soap, a window fan, Honeywell air purifier, a moon pod chair, the contour swan with pillowcase, Dormio mattress topper, avocado green mattress, full size, Yankee candles, Gaia subscription, the backpack that he wants and stuff like that. All this is organized. This shows his organizational skills. And what's happening in Montgomery County is I just read The End of Mental Illness by Daniel G. Amen. He stopped prescribing psychiatric drugs so much and started using more holistic approaches after he saw the damage that psychiatric drugs were doing to people on their SPECT scans. And the medication, I was 286 pounds for medication before. I got off probation. I stopped my medication. I lost over 130 pounds in less than a year. My psych program was trying to tell me that it was my metabolism that changed. It was not the case. I tried telling them that my grandfather at 80 years old has the same metabolism as when he married my grandmother. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my genetics to gain weight. And less than a year later, I was 150 pounds dry weight with a six pack. I got good genetic structure for bodybuilding. Okay. Good genetic structure, solid, right? But since I started the Invega, 4.5 milligrams fat on the lower pack, 4.5 milligrams of Invega caused this weight gain. And I was on more of it before. They had me on the injectable, and I was like, it was a grand conspiracy to put him back in psychiatry and put him back on medication. I lost all that weight in less than a year. I started working again. I signed up at the boxing gym. I put it in my work schedule so I wasn't working Wednesday nights. And I was making a lot of progress with my life. All I had to do was get a different apartment and get on a routine of jogging in the morning and stuff like that, and get a transfer over to a better job. Because when I first started working again, I started at McDonald's and I had to go get a better job, maybe at like a pet store or something, because I like animals. But so I was having medical problems at the time, and I was stopping my coffee, stopping my vitamins. I was trying to narrow it down. I went and had a Holter monitor on. I went to the neurologist and stuff like that. I did figure out what's going on, but I'm not going to say it in the video. But so anyway, I was on a holistic regimen for circulation. I was taking garlic, 1,000 milligrams by Nature's Bounty. I was taking 100 milligrams of CoQ10, turmeric tea, which is anti-inflammatory, and peppermint tea. And I was taking CBD oil and small amounts of medical marijuana. It kept me out of the hospital. I was getting better. Hold on a second. What? What happened? Okay. It was keeping me out of the hospital. So, and they wanted Montgomery County. When I spent an extra 3 months in jail for my DUI, and I don't drink anymore. Plus, drinking on medication will increase your chances of blacking out. And he would go to the gym for 2 or 3 weeks without a rest day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And he was restricted to the weight room area. He wasn't doing cardio because he was overweight from the medication. And once he came off the medication, he lost a ton of weight. It was like taking a weight vest off and electrifying the bull, okay? And then could think a lot more clearly, was making better drinking choices, wasn't saying anything crazy anymore, which goes into Peter Bregman's book, Medication Managed with Spellbinding, and talks about that. And a lot, how sex drive came back. Like the medication they cause cognitive impairment. They make you less aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They cause weight gain. They impair your metabolism. And the mental health workers will sit there and tell you, oh, well, you need to work on your diet and stuff like that. It's not, it's impairing your metabolism. It's lowering your testosterone levels. Therapeutically, I benefited from detoxing from a psychiatric medication and going on HGH regimen or herbal testosterone supplement to restore my natural testosterone levels, because it's not healthy to have low testosterone levels in your mid-20s. And am I smarter than these doctors or what? Because like I'm telling this and I dropped out of high school, and when he was listening, he went to the psychiatrist himself when he was in his early 20s. And before that, when he was a teenager, he was misdiagnosed with schizophrenia because there was so many pop-ups on his computer screen that the doctor thought he was schizophrenic because he smashed the computer with a 2x4. It was really because he didn't understand that the computer had viruses. He didn't understand it. He was too young. He didn't know what Google was, and it was pop-up so bad on the computer screen he had to shut off his whole computer. So the schizophrenia thing was misdiagnosed from the start, okay? And he wasn't on medication later till he was like in his early 20s, and he asked for something that he heard about in a rap song. I was like, then the probation office wanted him to stay in the program till he completed his probation. I did that. I got off the medication. I had a solid plan to get my life back on track. And every time he's back in his system, they want to put him back in a psych program, back on the medication, gain all that fucking weight back with a sleep apnea mask on your face, isolated in your apartment with no girlfriend, overweight from the medication, eating TV dinners out of your fucking freezer. I was like, now he's got a cookbook. Do you know what I mean? They lobotomize the brain. They disassociate you from who you are, make you think it's okay to gain that kind of weight. When you got genetics like that, and you naturally have good genetic structure and low body fat levels, gaining 5 pounds is not even acceptable. And I was like, it wasn't until you come off the medication and you're like, wow, what the fuck happened to my life? And then Montgomery County wanted to put him back in a program. It's like, how the hell do you escape the paradox of it? You gotta advocate for yourself and prove your point against psychiatry. He was making more progress in his life off the medication. He lost all that weight, had a lot more energy. His sex drive came back. He could think a lot more clearly. He started working again. He doesn't want to be back on the medication. And he read like 20 books since he's been here. Anybody smart enough to read that many books does not need to be in mental health treatment. I gotta wrap up my video because I'm at 15 minutes.